So let's learn our second method of lamination. So in this case as well, we'll spread the dough to 30 centimeter and 15 centimeter in breadth. So put a little bit of flour on the surface. And the difference in this lamination is that we actually cut the dough from the side. So what that does is that it spreads the butter more evenly, but at the same time it's a little bit more challenging to do this lamination. So when you feel more comfortable with the first method, you can start using this method. So let's check the length of the dough. So it's almost 30 centimeters and about 16 centimeters in breadth. So let's make it a little bit shorter here and stretch it a little bit more. So in this method, what we do is instead of putting it in the center, we put it on the side and then fold it like this. So what this does is that it spreads a little bit more evenly, but at the same time, it's a little bit more trickier to do this. Just take your butter block and put it on the side. Nice. So what I'm gonna do is just stretch it from the side so it covers completely and there are no gaps. And then I'm gonna fold it over itself. And the corner, I'm just gonna cut it with a knife. So this method is actually a little bit more advanced because the butter will spread more evenly. So when you're starting off, you can use the first method, but if you get more comfortable with the first method, you can start using this one. So again, similar to the last one, just want to put gentle pressure so it spreads. And similarly on the side. And you can already see that the butter has come to the sides here, which is really nice. So you want to stretch this to about 50 centimeters. Let's check. Yeah, just a little bit more. Perfect. Just brush off all the excess flour. And in this method, what we do is that just to get it really even, we'll just cut the corners like that. And similarly on this side as well. Perfect. And I'm going to give this a single fold. It's just here. Brush off the excess flour. And the part which you cut, you can just place it here so that we don't have any wastage. And I do this because I want the dough to be really even and not have any thick corners. Just gonna make this even. Perfect. And before I put it in the fridge, what I'm going to do is cut the side here. Nice. Just wrap it up and rest it in the fridge for 30 minutes. And the reason I cut the side is because when we roll it for the second turn, the butter will spread more evenly. So it's been 30 minutes and it's time to give the second turn. So the dough should be nicely pliable. put a little bit of flour on top. And because we've cut this from the side, you'll see that the butter will start to spread more evenly in this case. And it also might start coming out from the side, but don't worry about it. So always from the center, go outside. So now I'm just going to turn the dough and stretch it this way. And try to keep as even pressure as possible. That looks good. Just going to stretch it a little bit more to get it to 50 centimeters. So let's check. Okay, perfect. So in this case, we're going to give a book fold. Just make it even. And this goes in the center. And you can see that on the edges, you can see the butter, which is quite good. That means it's spread really nicely. And then this one as well. And if there's any gap here, we want to fill that up. So just stretch the dough slightly to fill that gap. And the same here as well. Just brush away the flour. And then you take one side and cover it like that. So it forms a book here. And just like last time, what we'll do is we'll cut the side with a knife. Perfect. So you can see something like that. So I'm gonna rest this for 30 minutes more, and then we'll give it 2 more sets of turns. So it's been 30 minutes, and we're gonna give the dough the 3rd turn. So this one is gonna be a single turn. Just put a little bit of flour, and just from the center, just spread it outwards. Take 1/2 in the center, and the other half over it. And then again, what we'll do is we'll cut it from the side here. And just spread it a little bit more so that it's easy to spread for the next turn. Perfect. So I'm going to rest this for 30 minutes and then we'll give the last turn. So let's work on the final turn for this puff pastry. And this time we're going to give it a book fold. Just to the center. Perfect. So that is our final dough. I'm just going to flatten it slightly so it's easier to use. Perfect. So our dough is finally ready. So let's move on to the next section of the class, in which we learn what beautiful pastries we can make from this dough.